morning, bore da. Just getting the cows fed and cleaned out. Thoughts of the last couple of weeks. Been absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I think, you know, from the first letter that went around everybody on the WhatsApp group, and I just want to really thank the people that created that letter. You know who you are. Diolch o galon, hoci ar werin, you know, real country people. And I think we've got to remember that this demonstration, this meeting of people, all started with a wedding, you know, with the people, no organisations, you know, and no organisations really should hijack it, because this is for the people, by the people. Really, 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 really important, I think. And organisations from the outside shouldn't be hijacking. This is a fight for the farmers. Yes, we need everybody's support and we need everybody behind us, but you know, we're fighting for our livelihoods, we're fighting for our children's futures, and you know, it started in Welshpool. There was a fabulous turnout there. 1,100 people plus came to Welshpool. Yeah, look, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of anger, but there was a lot of sensible people there that, you know, wanted to see a future for their children and their family on these farms producing food. Then it moved on to Carmarthen, where there was over 3,000 people. And I listened to a few of the speeches. You know, Nigel Owens was absolutely banging. Gary Howells was absolutely brilliant. And I think, you know, these are the voices we need to be hearing. You know, these are the voices of the people. These are the people that these draconian measures are going to affect the most. And we have to protect our livelihoods. We could be losing 5,500 jobs, which would be absolutely devastating for our Welsh language, i'r iaith Gymraeg, and it would be as well devastating for future generations. 5,500 people, you know, twice as much as what we're losing in Tata. It's difficult times, don't get me wrong, but if you think about every single pound of subsidies that the government gives to the farming community, that creates £9. Isn't that the best investment in the world? You know, giving that farmer £1, which turns into that investment of £9 circulation, and we're producing healthy, nutritious food for everybody at the same time. Now, we have to look at some of the structures of what we've got, and I agree with that. You know, we've got to look at ways that we can better the environment, and planting the right trees in the right places, hedges and edges. I'm not against it, but we have to look at our TV problems due to badgers and wildlife in the countryside. We need Welsh Government to look at this again. NVZs, virtually impossible for a lot of farmers to be, you know, keeping cows and manure and slurry for the whole winter, and it's going to cost thousands to these people, hundreds of thousands. It's not financially viable, and people will go out of cattle, and it just makes you think that's what they want. And as you know, the sustainable farming scheme, that is something that we all need to look at and sit down around the table. But it wants the voice of the people. So let's not see this be hijacked. And I want to thank a few people as well that have, you know, started the campaign, No Farmers, No Food, which is creating a lot of momentum. Thank you, diolch yn fawr iawn to everybody that's been involved. Some great people there. You know, we are getting a lot of support from the general public as well. Let's not forget that. People want to be fed affordably. Now, if these draconian measures are put in, don't forget, and this is really important, that any food that we're going to be producing in this country has got to go up. You know, it's going to cost the consumer and the customer a lot more, unless the supermarkets keep screwing us over, which they are. But you know, it is going to maybe twice or 3 times as much for the consumer. And you know, we are in a very difficult situation for a lot of people. Money's tight and food's something that they need every single day. So it is, I think, vitally important that governments, you know, England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland and Northern Ireland, get behind the farming communities and make sure these policies are workable and are, you know, in its best form, able to produce food as affordable as we can and environmentally friendly and sustainable for this growing population in our nation. So please support our farming communities, get behind them, and let's not let this whole process be hijacked by other people. This is our fight. This is the fight of our lives to protect the future of this wonderful way of life, which is farming and food production and watching after the countryside for future generations. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much.